Hi, my name is Parsha, and today we'll look at Module 10 of your public speaking skills, that is a group presentation. In the past 9 modules, we've looked at how to confidently deliver a speech when you're speaking to a large crowd or even to a singular person. In your last module, we look at how it's different to be a part of a group while speaking publicly. Here are some key methods to achieve a successful group presentation. Point 1. Or the first method, select a presentation moderator. In simple terms, this person is just your group leader. More than leader, we call them moderator. To assist with organization, your group should first decide on a presentation moderator. This is essentially the leader. The presentation moderator can have the final say when decision making is needed, and during your Q&A sessions towards the end of your presentation, they can assign on who answers what kind of questions. How this helps is your group leader will know the team members the best, and they can assign them to particular topics that they feel the most confident in. Step number 2, understand the audience. To make your presentation engaging, you need to think about the audience so you can tailor it towards their needs. I can't talk about biology to an audience full of people who don't like biology. Similarly, in any way, when you know your audience, you can cater your speech in a way that they find appealing and they want to listen to you. Step number 3, discuss the presentation's purpose beforehand with your group. Don't go on stage and make it confusing. As a group, ensure you agree on the purpose of the presentation so that you all understand the message that needs to be conveyed to the crowd. Deciding on your message means that the group can start building key points around this. Just keep in mind that each subtopic must contribute to the presentation's aim. Divide the presentation. The presentation needs to be divided into main areas so there is a clear beginning, a clear middle, and a clear ending. This is where you can decide on the order of your subtopics. Presentations usually follow this kind of structure. First, an introduction. It is useful to agree on the first minute of the presentation as a team. This is because the audience should be interested from the starting to the end, and you should convince them to listen to you at the very beginning. The presentation's aims are discussed, and an overview of the presentation structure is provided. In your introduction, you can introduce your team and start with topics because you'll have multiple members. Arrange the sequence. Start with topics that cater to an introduction. Why, what, how, and then move towards your body. 1 or 2 middle sections. It doesn't have to be one big section. Break it down so each member of your team can cater to it. These sections consist of providing the information that addresses your presentation's aim. There can be more of these sections depending on your topic. If you're doing a heavy topic, break down a heavy or deep topic into multiple smaller ones so it's easier on your crowd and easier on your team as well to present. The third and the final step is make a strong conclusion. After summarizing all of the key points, there must be a clear conclusion. It is beneficial to appoint the conclusion to the best speaker, as this is where all the information is pulled together. When you conclude your topic, give the best speaker this responsibility. What they'll do is they can find a common ground between all your subtopics and be the most convincing. That's what you do at the end. You have to convince your crowd that this is a good idea. Share responsibility for your presentation. It's common knowledge that when anybody works in a group, there's always a few people who work the hardest and there's few slackers. There are few people who don't do anything at all. Don't do that. That usually leads to an unsuccessful presentation. A frequent problem when working within a group is unequal participation, as this can subsequently cause a lot of disharmony, a lot of distrust. So give everybody equal amounts of responsibility and make sure they know that it's their job to cater to their ideas. Now we talk about the steps for presentation. First, introduce the team. Very important. Introduce every member of the team. You can take it by order or randomly, that's up to you. Second, pay attention to the presentation. Just because you're not the one presenting does not mean you can be distracted. Pay attention at every step of the presentation, as your assistance might be needed at any time. Point number 3, body language and eye contact. Whether you are presenting or you are simply helping your friend present when you are in a group setting, make sure your body language and eye contact is on point. Keep making eye contact and let your body language speak with confidence. Step number 4, vocal variety. Vocal variety, keep changing your voice. Don't always be monotonous. Add expression, add emotions. Step number 5, strong conclusion. Have a strong conclusion, as this is one of the most important parts of anyone's presentation. Step number 6, have a question and answer session. Especially if you have longer presentations, sometimes your audience might be distracted or they might have further ideas or further doubts. Have a question and answer session where you can interact with your audience and take some things out of the way. You never know. In this process, you learn a lot from your audience as well. And the last point on how to make a group presentation, ending the presentation. Very important. Don't give it a sudden stop. Give it a smooth ending, a smooth landing. And that's how you do a group presentation.